just a wee tiny bit of it we heard there was The World Is Cool from Boy George's new album, SC18. And SC18, very special. It's where you grew up, isn't it? The postcode.
Yeah, I mean, actually, SC9 is where I was born, Elton. But we got a bit posh and we moved to SC18.
Right.
And I'm doing a gig in Blackheath, which is the posh part of where I grew up. So when you were a kid, like Blackheath was where you wanted to live when you made it.
Exactly.
But yeah, I never lived in Blackheath.
No, it's brilliant, and you're doing so much. I mean, obviously this new music is out, which is great. I know you love vinyl, and you wanted it on vinyl, of course. Is it true that the people who were doing that for you thought that you were a Boy George impersonator? Does this happen to you often?
So Elastic Stage is a vinyl to order website. It's a new thing, and I loved it because usually it takes about 6 months to get vinyl made. Oh. So this is instant. So I was like, I'm having some of this. Put my track up, and they wrote me a letter saying, "Who is this imposter?" So I had to write a letter to them
to say,
"No,
really
I'm actually me," because my friend Dean put the album up, and he was like, they were like, "Who's Dean?"
It's bonkers. So sometimes when you're out and about, people say, you know, are you Boy George or are you not?
Yeah, some people get confused.
Right.
Like last night, the driver was like, "Oh, do you name yourself after that Boy George?" And I was like,
That's me. That's me, that is.
But usually when I'm in a car, if someone says, "Oh, you look familiar," I always say I'm Boy George.
Of course.
Cut out all the small talk. Just
exactly.
Say, yeah.
No, it's me. Yes,
Get
it is
to the
me.
point, you know?
And also, you're really good with people, like with fans of, you know, either new ones that, you know, that you've gathered over the years, or people that have been with you right from the very start, like me. You're always really good because I think because of that, it's that thing of, if people want a selfie, do it. It takes 2 minutes. It doesn't even take 2 minutes. It takes a minute. But a lot of people these days...
You've got filters. Doesn't matter. They always say to me, "You've got a nice filter." That's always preferable.
Then that's fine. That's absolutely
fine. Usually, like, people don't care what you look like.
No.
They're more interested in whether you're nice to them.
Yes.
You know what I mean? And, you know, I have to be honest, there have been times years ago, when I was like, "Oh, I'm not dressed," and all that. I don't do that anymore.
No, you don't care.
No.
It's fine.
I actually just think, get to the point, take the photo, shut up. No one cares what you look like.
And just smile and
they're going to go away saying, "Oh, he was nice," rather than saying he was really rude. I mean, I have been rude, don't get me wrong, and I always felt terrible about it afterwards. Yeah. So I think as a rule, it's just better not to be rude and be nice.
Exactly. Be kind and do all of that. Congratulations on Broadway, on Moulin Rouge. That went incredibly well.
I loved it. It was hard work, but I loved it.
That is a fantastic musical. And I am told that when you toddled off, when you finished your stint, shall we just say ticket sales did not go well?
I might be going back, you never know.
But when you go back, it'll be a boost up.
I might go back, yeah.
Do you love doing all that? Is it great?
Do you know what? Last year I did it for 3 months. I had the most amazing time. But this year I feel like something has shifted.
Yeah.
I kind of just really was able to enjoy it more this time.
OK, because that's the most important thing. I mean, you've got to a stage in your life when you should just be doing things.
You have to forget who you are when you're playing a character like Harold Seedley. You have to forget that you're Boy George.
Exactly, exactly. Are you off to Ibiza at the weekend? Are you doing
Saturday.
Your DJing?
I've got a gig at Pasha.
Fantastic. Again, that is fabulous. That's a whole new generation as well. I mean, gosh, it's just...
Yeah, and the audience is quite young at Pasha, but they're really open to all types of music,
which is, well, that's really
And I get away with a lot because of who I am. So I play things like Britney, obviously remix, but I play a lot of cheeky stuff that say a cool DJ would never dare play, you know.
And then you've made it cool. You've made
it
cool. What I love about you over the years is you've always stood up for people who sometimes don't have a voice for themselves. And as we know, and we've talked about it in this show a lot, and people in the trans community have been, crikey, it's been very tough for them, and you've actually said, no, this isn't fair. You know, you've been good like that, and you've always been good like that.
When I was a kid, you know, when I was 7, it was obvious to everyone that I was gay. Obviously, I didn't know what it was, you know, and parents often know, but they don't say anything because they think if I don't talk about it, it will go away. Usually with trans kids, it's the kid that informs the adult.
Right.
Through different behaviour, the little girls are not acting like a little girl should, little boys doing this, that and the other. So usually it's the kid that informs the adults. And this idea that a parent pushes their kid to be trans is so ridiculous. I mean, I've got friends who've got kids that are trans, and it's a nightmare.
Yeah.
And they struggle, should I do the right thing? Should I wait till the kid is 18 or 21? All of that stuff is, it's real life stuff.
Yeah.
It's not two celebrities bickering on the internet.
No, because I know you have had a row with J.K. Rowling. A lot of people have, and I mean, you know, and they absolutely have. But
I think it's hilarious
really
that you're having a row with someone I've never met.
Yeah, no.
Probably never will meet.
No.
And
But that's what happens on the internet.
You know, in the movies, she creates this beautiful, magical world.
Yeah.
And in real life, she's a muggle. So it's very disappointing to find out that actually, in a way, it's not true.
Do you think that we will ever get to a case where I would love to be, where it really, really doesn't matter?
I think
and we just
for
let people go on with their lives?
most people, it doesn't matter.
I know.
It matters only whether you're a nice person or a horrible person.
Exactly.
And, you know, nobody chooses to be trans or gay. No one chooses to have blue eyes. It just happens, you know.
Yeah.
And it's just, you know, sad that somebody who's so creative... I love the movies. I mean, the movies are brilliant.
The movies are
I bet she's watching now. Morning.
Maybe she is, maybe she is.
Get over it.
I know. I just find it really, you know, having friends who are trans and who are going through a really tough time, it's just like, let's be fair about stuff. Let's be fair. Let's talk and we can all have our points of view. But at the end of the day, we're all just people blundering through and trying to get on with their lives.
But also, no one goes into the loo to hang out. It's a horrible place, smelly, stinky, horrible place. No one goes in there to hang out. They're going in there.
It always comes down to toilets, doesn't it? It's like halfway. It always comes down to toilets, and I don't quite know why.
Exactly.
For goodness sake. Listen, I want to ask you about the movie, because you know what it's like with you. We had Taboo, which was incredible, the stage show. I loved it. But are we going to have a movie of Boy George's life? How we get it into a couple of hours, I do not know.
I hope
are
so.
we?
I mean, it'll be fun, you know. But at the moment, you know, they're still working on the scripts.
Right.
Because, you know, there's a lot that you can say.
There's a lot that you can say. There's a lot that you can't
War and
say.
Peace.
There's an awful lot that you can't say. But that will be a movie and a half.
Yeah, I'll probably
George.
hide when it comes out.
It'll be amazing. Because, like, what a life you're having.
Yeah.
You know, when you look back over 40 years, it's extraordinary.
Yeah, and I think that, you know, having fun, you know, is so important, you know, especially the fact that we, you know, what I get to do, what you get to do,
We're very
what
lucky.
J.K. Rowling gets to do.
We're very lucky.
And
We're
makes
all
a
very
fortune
lucky.
out of it.
Yeah, and let's all just be kinder. I love you. And the album SE18 is out right now. It's a cracker, obviously. That's